So I wish I had something.
What's happening? Yeah, tell them that. Hey, everybody.
Guys, come on in. Alright, well, we can go be at this door once we shut it.
Okay. Yeah.
You can make us wait, we can't make you wait. What's up? Well, no. You want to come in, come in. I'll open the door for you. But I admire you for being the first.
They're down there.
Come on in. Come on in. We're going to meet in this room right here. So go ahead on in and make yourselves at home. I'm Jeff Rainford. Hi. Good to see you. How are you?
How you doing?
Jeff.
Brian.
Good to see you. How are you? How are you? Good to see you. How are you? Nice to meet you. How are you? Where are they? Yeah.
Everybody gonna walk us in here.
We'll have to.
Do you want to sit?
I mean, good.
Do you have time?
We know where the mayor's
You're gonna need some.
We don't know.
They're gonna see where you guys are.
They want to sit here?
No, they're gonna wait to see where you guys are.
Ah, okay. Well, let's leave them a space over here then for the mayor's people.
Or a small.
Leave like 4 chairs over here for the mayor's people.
I'll stand up if people need to sit down.
Yeah, if you don't want to sit, you're not obligated to sit.
Oh, were you there? No, the mayor killed me. It was on the best of Washington.
I can't remember you all.
Okay. Yeah. I need like 4 seats here for that.
Spread this out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna.
Oh, we're gonna get all day together. Thank you very much.
Okay. We're trying to leave a few chairs here for the mayor's people.
We need, I think we need, well, 4 or 5.
4 or 5 for the mayor's people.
Oh, yeah, so we'll start that. Hey, how are you?
I mean,
Excuse me. 5, so go ahead and fill in here.
Eddie?
Yeah.
Why don't we sit in the morning?
You tell me.
I hope so.
give me 30 seconds.
All right. I want to be able to see my pictures.
That's fine. We'll give you a clear line of sight, man. No. So how you guys arranging it?
We're sitting here, y'all can sit up there.
Okay.
Wow.
We got a couple more people coming, but they're parking, so they may be a while. We're going to go ahead and start. So my name's Jeff Rainford, and I'm the Chief of Staff of Mayor Francis Slay. Dan Skillman is our Parks Commissioner. Our Parks Director, Gary Bassett, is undergoing a medical procedure today. We also have Eddie Roth. Eddie Roth works for the mayor, but we've asked Eddie to help facilitate our discussion because he kind of comes at it from a really good point of view.
And then we're going to do, I think people who want to introduce themselves are going to.
Yeah, so that's where I was going to go next, Jeffrey, if you want to go ahead and facilitate that.
Sure, I'm Jeff Ordauer. We'll just go to my left and people can jump in if they want to say their names or not.
Also what you do for a living.
Ronald Brown.
Kathy Weingler.
Bill, come on up. Mary Ellen, come on up.
Tony Liston, retired from SIU.
Welcome. Welcome.
Hurricane, so no, I think it's the problem.
Brian Graves, independent contractor.
Christy Young, retired Bell System.
Reese Forbes, chapter president of Veterans for Peace for St. Louis.
Welcome.
Diane Lee, retired teacher.
I'm Kurt Newman.
James Lyman, I'm a member of Ironworkers Local 396.
Chuck Woodhouse, 39, electrician here in the city of St. Louis, also a registered voter in the city of St. Louis.
Great. My decisions.
I'm Bobette Platt.
Good for that quick.
I got the idea. We got the idea.
Sorry. Jim Ford, Jim, unemployed construction worker.
Thomas Stratton.
Brian Burris, retired Army officer.
Colby Winterborn, I'm a U.S. citizen.
Jessica Lake, UMSL Social Work and Public Policy Departments.
I'm sorry, did you say UMSL?
Yeah.
Sasha Patino, college student at UMSL and a U.S. citizen.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay.
Keep moving.
Name's Stephen Summers, now I'm a father, I'm a veteran, I'm a farmer.
Stephen Traylott, I'm an engineering student.
John Founder, Clark.
David Graves.
Anyone else who didn't get the
John Chasnoff, I'm here as program director of the ACLU of Eastern Missouri.
I wouldn't mind hearing, just knowing what press is in the room. If they could introduce themselves.
I'm sorry, I'm Jonathan
Oh, sorry.
McFarland.
I'm going to do that a little differently, Jeffrey, but go ahead, Jonathan.
I'm Jonathan McFarland, autonomous individual.
Okay. So on the press, Channel 5 is here, Channel 2 is here, KMO is here, the Post-Dispatch is here, the Beacon is here. Have I missed anybody?
Channel 4 is here.
And Channel 4 is here. Do you need to move your mic or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Did I miss anybody?
Daily Red Times.
I'm sorry.
Missouri
One minute. All right, let's go here.
Lawyers Meeting.
Okay. And over here? Was there somebody else?
Me.
Aaron Brown, BFPI, Free Press International.
Okay. Anybody else?
My name is Lindsay Bramson. I'm a reporter at Channel 4.
Right. Okay. Very good.
And then
Two of our folks showed up. Mary Ellen Ponder from the mayor's office, and did Bill Seedhoff. Bill Seedhoff, who's our human services director, and we asked him to come because he also helps facilitate our programs for homeless people. So I'm going to start and then turn it over to Eddie and Jeff, right, to facilitate the meeting. We've come to listen to your ideas on how we can make sure that you are able to exercise your First Amendment rights to free speech, to petition the government, and to assemble, while we can meet our responsibilities under city ordinances and regulations to manage our parks, keep people safe, and balance competing interests in our city. So that's the purpose of the meeting. Hopefully that's the reason you came. And with that, what I agreed to is that Eddie was going to facilitate for us, and I don't know, Jeffrey, are you going to facilitate?
yeah, we're going to try to do what Occupy does, which is take progressive stack as best we can. There probably will be some things that are questions or statements and will elicit an immediate response, but to call on people. Is someone wanting to take names for who wants
Mary
to
Ellen,
speak?
are you taking notes for us? Okay. You have enough paper and stuff there?
So Kathy's going to take names, so we'll call on people in order. Just my understanding is that folks here who are from Occupy, everyone is as an individual, no one is representative of the organization. I did hear that there is there's an opening statement that someone wanted to make. Is that right? Or an opening issue to be brought up?
That's correct.
Okay.
Well, if I could say a few things before we turn it over to the larger group as a facilitator for Jeff Rainford, Chief of Staff, and other people here from the mayor's senior staff representing the mayor, is to say that we admire the work that has been done by the people who are in Keener Plaza, that we support all groups to use our center city as a forum for ideas and for political expression, We've had the Tea Party in Keener Plaza. We have Occupy St. Louis in Keener Plaza. And we think that the effort has been fantastically successful in bringing your point of view to a larger public. I think that you're the only Occupy group that in which the president has come in contact when he visited here. When the nation's eyes were on St. Louis during the World Series, the group was front and center. For people who want to continue conveying this message, we fully support them, and the Keener Plaza is available to them from 6 in the morning until 10 at night. The sidewalks around Keener Plaza are open and available to them for 24 hours. For people who want a larger platform in the night hours, we have an idea that Mary Ellen can talk about later when her turn comes up, of initiating a speaker's corner that would be available 24/7 in one of the park areas for people to make their political expression. We're here to listen to your ideas, but also to make plain that the city is here with services. We know that a certain of your number are homeless. Bill Seedoff is here to answer questions and to make sure that we understand that part of your group and how we can connect with them with various services. So we're here in a constructive and admiring spirit to hear your points of view respectfully and having a respectful exchange back and forth. We don't come to this meeting today with expectations that we will finally resolve anything, but we hope to get a constructive dialogue going, and on those issues in which you are seeking a prompt resolution and that we can facilitate, we'll deliver quickly as well. So those are that's kind of the spirit and nature of our attendance here today, Jeff.
Good to know. And I'm facilitating with you, so you should address the
group. Okay.
I'm sorry. Great. So I think there was, sorry, I'm forgetting your name, but you wanted
Chuck.
Chuck.
So I had an open statement.
And then I also wanted to say, I think maybe we should put, if you're saying Mary Ellen would like to say something, let's put Mary Ellen then first on stack after Chuck, unless there's a direct response to what Chuck's saying.
Is that okay, right, everybody? Okay. I and others present have heard conflicting messages from your office. You say that you want to work with respect to Occupy St. Louis movement, but then lie to the media and threaten us with violence. I and others present insist that any conversations that we engage in are illegitimate when done so under the threat of violence. You recently stated that all I'm trying to do is keep this from becoming Oakland. I'm trying to get this solved with no violence. Still, you understand that the occupiers may not have the same plans. Occupy St. Louis movement has been peaceful and has never incited violence. If we are to continue this conversation, we ask that we carry on and that you are not threatening to hurt us if we do not agree with you. We ask that you condemn the police violence in Oakland and retract any threats or insinuations of threats of violence against us and the accusation that we are inciting violence before we can continue this conversation, so that we can speak to each other with respect and not under the threat of police taking violent actions against Occupy St. Louis.
So I'm going to, I think, waive stack and let someone from the mayor's office, whoever wants to respond, probably Jeff, respond directly to that.
I don't think so. I think that, I respect your point of view, and I just think that it would be more productive rather than relitigate some of these other issues. We are, we've made plain that the ordinances that impose the curfew are going to be enforced, that we feel that it's our responsibility to enforce it.
Right.
Let me just say one thing. So, what you think you know about us, you read through the news media, and what we think we know about you, we read through the news media. That's why we're meeting face to face. None of what you said about me is true, so now you get to hear straight from me. You read that or heard that from somebody else, now you get to hear straight from me.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I did not.
Can I say something? If you're saying I'm hearing it straight from you, why is he talking? Speak to me right now.
Because no,
why don't you give me a direct reply to that letter?
Okay. Direct reply is, I don't know where you read in the newspaper, what newspaper or what TV station said that I was threatening violence. I wasn't. It's very easy. I condemn the violence in Oakland, I condemn violence here, I condemn violence anywhere.
Thank
So
you.
you've heard that straight from me.
And just for folks from the mayor's office, when people are doing this, that means they're agreeing with what is said, as opposed to responding.
Yeah. I'm just trying to work through the facilitators so that we can, that I don't
Sure.
monopolize the conversation. I'm not trying to dodge anything. I'm just
Sure.
trying, I don't want to monopolize the conversation.
Okay.
And the reason I'm talking is, we're here, and this meeting was organized so that we can hear different points of view on what we can agree on and what we can't agree on. I just don't think that it's constructive to, as I say, relitigate. I mean, we both pretty much know one another's point of view. We feel as though we have a responsibility to enforce the curfew and to take down structures. That if somebody gets burned up in one of those tents, you know, that's on us. And that we've tried to be, I mean, we've been flexible up until now, I mean, and are flexible to this date, and aren't spoiling for a fight, aren't spoiling for anything other than to provide an adequate, a forum that you believe adequate for expressing your political point of views, for assembling, for petitioning the government, and looking for ways that we can do that, and as Jeff said, meet our responsibilities under city ordinance to manage public parklands that are everybody's parklands and to keep people safe. And so what that really boils down to is that we feel as though we need to clear out the park at 10 o'clock at night. You know, that's our responsibility, and it's our responsibility that there not be structures in the park either. But we are exploring ways in which we can still satisfy or, you know, provide other creative ways for you guys to meet your political and assembly goals. So that's why we're here rather than recriminations and other things. Although you're welcome to, I mean, I'm not trying to say don't speak your minds about what you think about the city and what you think about us. I'm just saying I don't think it's productive for us to engage on that.
All right, so we're going to take stack now.